Thank you guys so much for clicking on the video. I want to talk about Doja Cat and her performance this evening. There was a tribute this evening at the 97th annual Oscars. It was a tribute to 007 and James Bond and the full James Bond movement, the Bond girls, the action, the movies, the just the phenomenon that is James Bond. And the production was really, really good. It was really good. It was really beautiful. The stage setup and the lighting, the costuming, and everything of that nature. The production of it was good. But what wasn't good was Doja Cat. And I was really shocked. I really hate to do this because I've actually said before that Doja Cat she's a triple threat. She can act, she can sing, she can dance. She is a performer. I've seen her in this type of situation where she's actually done like a more Broadway-esque type of thing. She actually is a theater kid. She's not really a rapper. I mean, well, she can rap, but she's not really a rapper per se. She really is at heart a theater kid, and she's serious about her art that she does. But this was just, in my opinion, out of her wheelhouse. Though she looked fantastic. The dress, as you can see, the dress was phenomenal. And definitely this was the perfect instance to wear such a piece of art, because that's what it was. It really was. It was more than fashion. It was actually it's a piece of art. And she did Diamonds Are Forever, and it was the Shirley Bass. She went straight at the Dame Shirley Bassey version of the song, the original, and it just was bad. It was bad. I couldn't. There's nothing else I can give it, but it was bad. The vocals were off. The vocals were off, and it's not that she wasn't really out of time or tempo, or she wasn't flat. It was just it was out of her wheelhouse. It literally was out of her wheelhouse. Dame Shirley Bassey is such a stylized singer. She's one of those people, when she opens her mouth, you know it's her. Like the Barbara Streisands of the world. As soon as Babs opens her mouth, you know it's her. As soon as Mariah opens her mouth, you know it's her. Patti LaBelle, you know it's them. Stephanie Mills. Doja Cat's not one of those people. Though she can bounce back and forth and do different genres of music, and she's really, really good at what she does. It was just too big of a song for Doja, and that's what happened. And that was it. There was nothing she could have done to change what the outcome was. And I'm surprised that her team didn't come forth and say no. Because I've actually seen things where she works and how she practices and rehearses. I'm surprised somebody didn't say, this is not working. This is not working. There were literally notes. She was cutting the notes, and because she couldn't get them, she couldn't reach them. She couldn't reach the notes. There was power behind the notes that was missing. You would see her approach the note, and she just could not get there. And there's no shame in that. There is literally no shame in that. She just couldn't reach them. This song was too big for Doja Cat. And that's truly all that it was to it. The song was too big. Her performance, her movement on stage, and the way that she owned the stage, that was no problem at all. That was no problem at all. I hated her hair. I'll say that. I hated her hair. I actually, and that's why I said I felt bad because of the preparation. I got to see a Vogue clipping of how she got ready for the Oscars, and they took hours to do a 15-minute hairdo. All that is wash and go. That's her own natural hair. She didn't add anything to it. Um, but the thought behind it, I felt bad about my commentary because the thought behind the hair, it was an ode to Grace Jones. Yeah, I see that. I see that. I do. I see that. But the hairdresser definitely lets you down with that hair. And it's okay to want to do your own natural locks. But again, you got this huge song. You have this dress that's literally a piece of art. And this hair is just the shape of it is ugh, no. It just didn't look polished. Everything from your hairline down is completely polished. Everything. The makeup, how the makeup is muted, I love it. Everything is literally perfect until I get to her head. Her head's a mess. It's dry. There's so much more that could have been done. And when we're talking about Grace Jones, yeah, Grace, yeah. If she would have just did out, if she would have been bald, because we've seen Doja bald with peach fuzz, that would have been better. That hair was a travesty for me. That was like you washed her hair. She literally, this is what she looks like. She washed her hair, she put conditioner in it, and she walked around and cleaned her house. And while she was walking around cleaning her house, the conditioner dried in her hair. And then she tried to shape it, sprayed it with hairspray, and went on out the door. That's what it looks like. That hairdo is definitely not deserving of everything else she has going on. That hairdo just doesn't belong there at all. They spent more time with her nails than they did with her hair. So that just was, nah, I just couldn't get with it. But her performance was good. All her movement, and you couldn't stop looking at her. You couldn't stop looking at her. That was a definite. Spectacular. Spectacular. You could not stop looking at her. And the lighting and all of that. Everything was in place. The voice just wasn't there. And I'll say this, in the performance and how she brought this number forth, the mistake was given more of this sex kitten thing. Dame Shirley Bassey was sexy, but she didn't have to try to be sexy. You were actually being sexy and bringing sexy forth. Dame Shirley Bassey didn't do that. She just she was a dame, so giving sex wasn't her thing. She just stood there and she did what she did. She brought the vocal forth, and she actually was sexy. It came across sexy. So again, this was a performance, and yes, you performed, but you just couldn't reach those notes, and you missed the power. That is the thing that actually made the song. If you know anything about this song, that Diamonds Are Forever, the lows are low, the soft is soft, but the power portions of the song are very powerful. And that's what was lacking. That's what was lacking. It wasn't off key or anything like that when Doja did it. It just lacked the power that Dame Shirley Bassey gave it. So it didn't have the impact for me that it has when Dame Shirley Bassey sings the song. It just didn't. The music alone the music is powerful. You've got to have that power behind it. That's why Tina Turner was able to sing one of the Bond songs, because again, when Tina had the power behind it, Gladys Knight had the power to go behind it. Doja Cat just doesn't have that power to go behind those songs and bring them to life. So that was that. I was a little disappointed, but visually, hey, great, except for your head. But vocally, no. Nope. 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 All right. Thank you guys for listening. Yeah, this one was kind of, I feel kind of bad because I feel like I'm really beating her up, but I'm not. I'm really not trying to beat her up. This is just the facts. This is just what it is. It was it was a beautiful performance that actually lacked power. And maybe sit back again, because she's a theater kid. Sit back and look at Dame Shirley Bassey again. Just kind of look at her, or maybe she was really trying to make it her own. This wasn't the time for that. I'll say that. This wasn't the time for that. It was the time to do a tribute, an actual tribute. We don't need you to try to make it your own. Not today. All right. Thank you guys for listening. You all have a good one.